Long ago and far away, there lived an enormous giant. He was at least 10 feet tall, with a mane of red hair and a beard, and in his hands he held a mighty axe. Every end of the year, the giant walked down the mountains which were his home and terrorized the inhabitants. He walked to the castle, climbed the walls and shouted, "Send me someone to fight, or I will knock down the castle walls and kill everyone." And so the castle doors would slightly and slowly open, and a poor, valiant soldier would walk out to face certain death. But, and there's always a but in stories like this, one day a young prince arrived at the town. "Why is everybody here looking so frightened and sad?" asked the prince. A traveler told him the story. "Every year, at the same time, the giant challenges one of our bravest men to a duel. He just crushes them with his mighty fist and tosses them into tiny pieces with his axe. They don't even move or attempt to fight. It's as though the giant hypnotizes them." "We'll see about that," said the prince. And so when the giant came down again and "Send me someone to fight!" the castle doors slung open and "I am here," said the prince. At first he was mesmerized at the enormity of the giant and the task in hand. He took out his sword and started walking and walking and walking towards the giant. He stopped and stared. Now the giant was not 10 feet tall, he was 5 feet tall. He kept walking still, never taking his eyes off that dreadful face with the red hair and the red beard. He stopped and stared again. Now the giant was like 2 feet tall. He kept walking and walking, and with every step he took, the giant went smaller and smaller and smaller. Then he was just 10 inches tall. But he was a prince with a task in hand, so he took out his sword again, pushed the giant down and plunged the sword in the middle of his heart. Then he asked him, "Who are you? What's your name?" And with a final breath, the giant answered, "My name is Fear." Our fears seem to go smaller and smaller as we approach them. So I wish you a 2011 full of challenges.